Good morning, children. Let us begin with Standard 5 English Grammar, Unit 7 The Adverbs, Kinds of Adverbs. What is an adverb? A word which adds to the meaning of a verb and tells how a thing is done, when it is done, or where it is done, is called an adverb. So, an adverb always adds more meaning to the verb. As an adjectives tell you more about the noun, the adverbs tell us more about the action, the verb which is done in the sentence. For example, the first one, Mary sings sweetly. Sings is your verb. She sings how? She sings sweetly. So, this sweetly will be an adverb. Second, Ashok came yesterday. Came when? Yesterday. So it shows more about the verb. The third one, the sun shines everywhere. So shines where? Everywhere. So it shows more about the verb shines. There are different kinds of adverbs. There are 6 kinds. Your first kind is adverb of manner. Now, adverb of manner, for that, let us read these sentences. First one, Peter act wisely. Second, she ran fast. Third, Sita writes badly. So the adverbs wisely, fast, badly show how or in what manner an action is done. So such adverbs are called adverbs of manner. So in your first sentence, acted was your verb. Acted how? So we get the answer wisely. So we need to ask the question how to find the adverb of manner. Second sentence, ran is your verb. Ran how? Fast. Third one, writes is your verb. So writes how? Badly. So adverb of manners answer the question how. So when we ask the question how to the verb and if we get an answer, we say that it is an adverb of manner. Adverb of place. So now let's study these sentences. The first one, the boys are standing outside. Second, he lives here. Third, the train stops there. So the adverbs outside, here and there show where an action is done. So such adverbs are called adverbs of place. So now first thing when we want to find the adverb, first thing we find the verb. So in the first sentence our verb is are standing. So when we ask the question where, so we come to know where the boys are standing. They are standing outside. Where he lives, here. Where the train stops, there. So for the adverb of place, we need to ask the question where, and to whom we need to ask these questions, to the verb. So as soon as we hear the verb adverb, so we need to ask different questions to the verb and we come to know whether which adverb it is. So here when we ask the question where, we know that it is an adverb of place. Now your third adverb is adverbs of time. Now let us study the adverbs in these sentences. The first one, the school will open tomorrow. Second, she wrote to me yesterday. Third, the doctor is coming immediately. So the adverbs tomorrow, yesterday, immediately show when an action is done. So such adverbs are called adverbs of time. So now adverbs of time answer the question when. So now when we find the verb in the first sentence, we will find that it is will open. Will open when? Tomorrow. Will write when? Yesterday. Is coming when? Immediately. So we get the answer when we ask the question when. So we know it shows the time. So we say that these words are the adverbs of time. Adverbs of frequency. Let us read these sentences. The first one, twice the boy struck him. Second, I visited him once. Third, he seldom came here. So the adverbs twice, once, seldom show how often an action is done. Such adverbs are called adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency answer the question how often. So in your first sentence, your verb is struck. Struck how often? Twice. Visited how often? Once. Came how often? Seldom. Seldom means sometimes. So when we get this answer, we know that it is an adverb of frequency. How many times it is repeated, how often. So we know that these are adverbs of frequency. Now your fifth type is adverbs of degree. Now let us study the adverbs in these sentences. The first one, he was nearly exhausted. Second, her face is very beautiful. Third, the sun is extremely hot. The adverbs nearly, very, extremely show how much or to what extent a thing is done. So, such adverbs are called adverbs of degree. Adverbs of degree answer the question how much. So now here when we ask the question how much to the verb, we know that to what extent these actions were done. So we say that it is an adverb of degree. For example, nearly was nearly was your verb. So was done. How much? So he was nearly exhausted. How much he was exhausted? So it comes nearly. So we know that to what extent these actions were done. Now our sixth type is an interrogative adverb. Now let us read these sentences. First one, when did he come? Second, how are you today? Third, where did you go? So the adverbs when, how, where are used to ask questions. So such adverbs are called interrogative adverbs. So when we know that these sentences are asking questions and we have to find out adverbs. So these words which are used to ask questions like when, how and where, we will say that they are interrogative adverbs. Let us do the first exercise. Rewrite the following sentences using the adverbs in bracket in its proper place. So whichever adverb is given to us in the bracket, we need to fit it in the sentence so that it can make more sense and tell us more about the verb. The first one, he has deceived any person, and the adverb given is never. So how will we make it and where shall we place this adverb? Your answer one will be, he has never deceived any person. Second one, he hasn't finished, and your adverb given in the bracket is yet. So your answer two will be, he hasn't yet finished. Third, she has arrived. Your adverb is just. So your answer 3 will be, she has just arrived. The fourth one, he is late for school, bracket is often. So your answer 4 will be, he is often late for school. The fifth one, she gets up at 6. Your adverb is usually, and your answer will be, she usually gets up at 6. The sixth one, the film was good. The adverb is fairly. So your sentence will be, the film was fairly good. Seventh one, I have any money. Your adverb is hardly. So your sentence will be, I have hardly any money. Eighth one, she goes to see a movie. Your adverb is occasionally. So your answer 8 will be, she occasionally goes to see a movie. Ninth one, we lost the match. Your adverb is nearly. So the ninth sentence will be, we nearly lost the match. 10th one, he comes home late. Your adverb is generally. So your sentence will be, he generally comes home late. The 11th one, she sings in the presence of her friends. Your adverb is sometimes. So your sentence will be, she sometimes sings in the presence of her friends. 12th one, he visits his grandfather, and your adverb is rarely. So your sentence will be he rarely visits his grandfather. 13, we have found the answer, adverb is already. So your answer 13 will be we have already found the answer. 14, the sun sets in the west, adverb is always. Your sentence will be the sun always sets in the west. 15th, she thought that her friends would come to know of her secret. Your adverb is never. Your sentence will be she thought that her friends would never come to know of her secret. So this is the way where we place the adverbs in the sentence and complete the meaning of this adverb, which tells us more about the verb. Now let us start with exercise 2. We have to pick out the adverbs in these following sentences. We need to underline them, and then we have to say that which adverb it is. So let us begin. Your first one is already done for you in your textbook. Walk forward and then walk back slowly. So your adverbs in these sentences are forward and slowly, which we underline, and then we ask the question. The verb is walk. Walk where? Forward. So forward will be adverb of place, and walk how? Slowly. So that will be your adverb of manner. Second one, yesterday she wrote her exercise neatly. So your adverbs are yesterday and neatly, which we underline. Yesterday. Wrote is your verb. Wrote when? So it shows the time. So yesterday will be adverb of time, and wrote how? Neatly. So that will be your adverb of manner. Third one, the sun shines everywhere. Everywhere is your adverb. Shines is your verb. So shines where? Everywhere. So it shows the place. So everywhere will be adverb of place. Fourth one, the smoke rises upwards. Upwards is your adverb, which we underline. Rises is your verb. Rises where? Rises upwards. So upwards shows the place. So it will be adverb of place. Fifth one, today you have not done your lessons well. So today is your adverb, and that is adverb of time. Well is also your adverb, which we underline, and that will be adverb of manner. Sixth one, he never comes home late. Never and late we underline. Never will be adverb of degree, and late will be adverb of time. Seventh one, I sometimes work very hard. Sometimes and very we need to underline because they are adverbs. Sometimes is adverb of degree also, and it is adverb of frequency also. Both the adverbs are right. And very will be adverb of degree. Eighth one, the servant has gone downstairs. Downstairs you underline, and downstairs will be adverb of place. Ninth, he cannot spell these words correctly. Correctly you need to underline, and correctly will be adverb of manner. 10th one, the king treated the queen very cruelly. Cruelly we underline, and that will be your adverb of manner. 11th, she is somewhat better today. So somewhat and today are your adverbs, which we underline. Somewhat will be adverb of degree because it's showing some extent, and today it is showing the time. So it will be an adverb of time. 12th one, your watch is not quite right. We underline quite, and quite will be adverb of degree. 13, she came here late today. Tell her to come early tomorrow. So here your adverbs, we have 4 adverbs, that is here, today, early and tomorrow. So we need to underline all these 4, and here will be adverb of place. Come where? Here. And today, early and tomorrow, they are showing the time, so they will be adverb of time. 14th one. The door opened slowly and the queen walked out. So your adverbs are slowly and out. So slowly will be adverb of manner and out will be adverb of place. 15th one. All the children shouted suddenly. The mother is here. So your answer will be suddenly and here, which we need to underline, and suddenly will be adverb of manner and here will be adverb of place. 16th one. I hope you will soon be well. So you need to underline soon and soon will be adverb of time. 17th one. He seldom comes here now. So we need to underline seldom and now. Seldom will be adverb of time and now also will be adverb of time. 18th, the young girl opened the door of the cage and the bird flew out. So we need to underline young and out, and young will be adverb of manner and out will be adverb of place. So I hope children you all have understood this exercise, that how we need to find the adverbs in the sentence by asking different questions to the verb. Let us do the third exercise. We need to rewrite the sentences by choosing an adverb from the box instead of each phrase in color. So here we have few adverbs in the box. Which are they? Ever, soon, easily, immediately, everywhere and sometimes. And now in our sentences we can see that certain words are given in blue. So in those places we have to write any one word. So let us do this. The first one is, have you at any time been up in a balloon? So in the place of any time we can write ever. So your sentence will be read in this way. Have you at ever been up in a balloon? Second one, I've looked in every place for your glasses. So in place of every place we write everywhere. So I've looked everywhere for your glasses. Third one, now and again she works quite hard. So in place of now and again we need to write sometimes she works quite hard. Fourth one, in a short time we shall have finished our breakfast. So in short time, in that place we need to write soon. Soon we shall have finished our breakfast. Fifth one, she could do this work without any difficulty. So in the place of without any difficulty we write easily. She could do that work easily. Sixth one, she came to see me without wasting a moment. So in place of without wasting a moment we write immediately. So she came to see me immediately. Now exercise 4. We need to complete the sentences filling the spaces with the most suitable adverb from the box. So adverbs like noisily, tunefully, early, patiently, swiftly, brutally, silently, rudely, slowly and bravely are given to us in the box, and we need to choose and complete the blanks. The first one, the choir sang tunefully. They were singing, so it was in a tune. So we write there tunefully. Second one, he ran swiftly. Third, the orphan had been brutally treated. Brutally means very badly. Fourth, the teacher explained the lesson patiently to the child. Fifth, the children played noisily. Sixth, he went to bed early. Seventh, the bugler crept silently. Eighth, the old man walked home very slowly. Ninth, twice the man dived bravely into the river. And your 10th one, never speak rudely to anyone. So mostly these are adverbs of manner. They are showing that how the action has to be done. Now the fifth exercise, we have to fill in the blanks with the adverbs, uh, opposite adverbs in meaning to those given in the brackets. Now in our sentence at the end, they have given us the adverb which we need to write the opposite of it, and we need to choose it from the box that is given to us. Now the first one, the king treated the queen dash, and the adverb given to us is kindly. So the opposite of kindly will be cruelly. The second one, our team played dash, and it is well. So opposite of well will be badly. The third one, the servant has gone dash, and given to us in the bracket is downstairs. So the opposite of downstairs will be upstairs. Fourth, he never does his work carefully. So opposite of carefully will be carelessly. Fifth one, he always comes home early. So opposite of early will be late. Sixth one, you have spelled these words correctly. So opposite of correctly will be wrongly. The seventh one, you must not eat your food slowly. So opposite of slowly will be quickly. Eighth one, some of the children behave wisely. Wisely opposite will be foolishly. Ninth one, the farmer looked dash at the sky, and it is sadly, so opposite of sadly will be happily. And your last one is the boy spoke dash to the old beggar, and it is rudely. So opposite of rudely will be politely. So dear children, I hope you have understood this lesson of adverbs. So now the homework for you is that you need to write the definitions and then all the exercise neatly in your English grammar notebook. So thank you and have a very nice day.